Oh my God. We should do a project where we write them all down, like on some gargantuan blackboard, and then show how they cross each other off. Like part of the reason traders are so confused is there's all these pieces of, supposedly wonderful wisdom for the mental game of trading. And if you get them all in one place, like this one conflicts with that one, it conflicts with that one. Like, you're like, what do I do now?
So my question to you is, there is this mantra that everybody teaches, this cookie cutter mantra, which drives me nuts, which is, what is it? Cut your losses and make your profits run.
Your profits run,
your profits run.
Yeah. Like this one fits all approach. And I wonder, how you feel about these kind of, homilies in trading that I think are really false.
Oh my God. We should do a project where we write them all down, like on some gargantuan blackboard, and then show how they cross each other off. Like part of the reason traders are so confused is there's all these pieces of, supposedly wonderful wisdom for the mental game of trading. And if you get them all in one place, like this one conflicts with that one, it conflicts with that one. Like, you're like, what do I do now? But the first answer, is really, there's a zillion ways to do this. You got to pick the one that makes sense to you and stick with it, which is what you've done. Right? And when I first started, I was trading in this shop where there were all kinds of different styles. And I was confused, wait a minute, which is the right way to do this? I mean, I had somebody scalping for eights. I had a momentum guy. I had a risk arb guy over here, stat arb, I don't know, one of those arb things. And I finally realized I was kind of a momentum. I could see momentum in an industry group. And that I needed to get somewhere where people were trading momentum. And so I left and went to Schoenfeld at the time, which was trading intraday momentum. And that still makes sense to me.
Right.
I'm sure.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing that I think is fascinating is people don't understand. It's like a poker player. It doesn't really matter what your cards are. The really great poker players play the table, they could have horrible hands and they can still walk away with the pot. And it's the same thing with the market. It doesn't the market was down 900,000 points today. I made 22 trades from the long side and won because
that's astonishing because today was a straight down day. I wasn't watching a 5-minute chart, but watching price action on my phone while I'm talking to people.
Right. But that's, again, that's just because it makes sense to me. Just like, there could be choppy markets, but if you're a momentum trader, you might be able to see momentum within one or two places that is, that you could profit from. Mm-hmm. So Mandi, I was going to ask you, how do you, what do you think about all of these, trading maxims that are just, I think they're more dangerous. They're in fact probably lost people more money than anything that any.
Yeah. Don't get me started. And I see that all the time where traders then come to me and they say certain things. And I'm like, where did you get that from? Or someone on Twitter tweeted and it's like, man, that's why you're stuck. Or, one guy posted, I lost, millions of dollars. And, if you lost money, don't worry about it. And it's like, why do you look for the guy who lost money? Look for the guy who makes money and learn how he does it. So, it's so much misinformation out there, but it's not a misinformation thought. It's people don't filter and think. They don't challenge their own thoughts. That saying from Wolf of Wall Street or Leonardo DiCaprio is the better one. The reason why people are not successful is because they believe the bullshit stories that they tell themselves. And I see that a lot. And it's like, challenge your thoughts. Don't believe everything you tell yourself. I was working with a guy. He is in a drawdown. I said, so, okay, what stops you from pressing that button? Because he's like, I need to get out. And he said, well, then my P&L is going to look bad. He's a retail trader. And I said, who besides you and me is going to see your P&L? No one. So how does it matter? Right? So challenge your thoughts. You see that as well, Denise, don't you?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, imagined embarrassment is a big factor. You'll hear me talk about fear of future regret. It's really imagined embarrassment.
And that's a perfect example.
A perfect example.